Okay, to get started, I think it's important to ask ourselves, why is organization capacity building interesting anyway? To give some context, my background includes 18 years as executive director of 2 different national nonprofit organizations. And I've done a PhD studying organization performance, specifically focused on nonprofits. What I'm really interested in is how can nonprofits perform at the highest levels possible so they can make the greatest mission impact for those they serve. All right, so with that in mind, where does organization capacity building fit in? First, as a guy who does consulting and strategic planning and who has written a book on strategic planning for nonprofits, I believe that every organization should have a vision, should have a set of goals based on the mission that they have to serve others. Once you have that, once you have a vision and a set of goals, you ask yourself the obvious question: how do we accomplish that? How do we achieve our vision and make more of a mission impact as we possibly can? To answer that question, it's vital that you have a clear idea of what your organization's strengths and weaknesses are. And this is where I really fell in love, if you will, with the organization capacity assessment tool that McKinsey and Venture Philanthropy Partners developed. I first became aware of it in 2001. And at that time, I saw how this systematic tool that's made available to nonprofits at no cost could provide a great way for nonprofits to determine what are their real strengths and what are their real weaknesses. Until you can figure that out in a systematic way, you're not able to then understand how you can leverage your strengths and fortify your weaknesses so you can pursue that vision. Now, what I recommend to organizations, again, both in my consulting work and in the book I wrote, is that they use a tool like the OCAT to assess their strengths and weaknesses, and then look at their goals, look at their vision, and then figure out the best way to pursue that. The best way to get started, I think, is to include staff, key stakeholders who are close to the organization, board members, and ask everyone to participate in taking the OCAT and learn how they can become more effective. Once taking the tool, you can then meet with different constituents who've taken it and talk with them. Well, look, this is what, based on the feedback from everyone, people say our strengths are. How do you see that we can use those strengths to accomplish our goals? How do you see that we can maybe fortify the weaknesses that are identified here to more effectively pursue our goals? So to me, the context of organization assessment and capacity building all should be within the vision and goals that you have for the organization, and then those answers help you develop your strategy.